Say again, love.
Don't remember me.
No, I don't remember
This house
you.
on New Year's Eve.
I went with you on New Year's Eve.
This house me and him on New Year's Eve.
You came to a New Year's Eve show.
Yeah.
You were the compere and you were the best actor ever.
That's really kind. I mean, you're going to have to do a real mental gear change for this. Do you get to see us on New Year's Eve where it's like people are quite like drunk and I just sort of take the piss out of people? So what's going to happen tonight is going to be a little bit different. I'm sure I'll get to you at some point. But what happens tonight is I come out on stage and just say hello, and it's mainly to calm myself down. That one of my best mates in comedy comes out and does a great set for you. His name's Josh Jones. You can absolutely love him. Then there's a break, and then I come back on and I talk for fucking ages, for like over an hour. Yeah, well, I mean it's about suicide, a lot of it. So I feel like you're in for that as well. I mean, this is already going to be, I know, out of a 40-day tour, the one that I tell people about. I can tell already, surely. I genuinely appreciate you coming out. So what is it, Thursday night, Wednesday night? I don't know. Thursday, sorry, the corona's gone to my brain, I've got no idea what's going on. Thank you for coming out on a Thursday, obviously when the news is telling you to stay in your homes and self-isolate. I really appreciate you being here. This is my first date, so I'm really shitting it. I'll probably have bits of paper on the stage so I don't forget, but I'll be really professional when I check it. I'll do things like this. And then and I'll be a little treat for you to check out there. So you just have to be a really nice audience, basically, because like I say, one of the most exciting things about doing this is that I get to bring one of my comedy mates out and they get to be brilliant in front of you and just sort of, what it is it's fine when it's a gig like this and it's fun. I can tell you're all fine already. But what it is if I go somewhere like Cambridge tomorrow and then Posh comes, I'll send him out to eat shit. By the time they've had another drink and then some comedy, I come on and suddenly it's a nice gig. That's what it's about, right? But tonight you seem lovely, so he's just going to come on and do his stuff. So that's all you need, really. Just be a lovely audience. So it's just having good manners, really. Phones switched off or on silent. No chatting while either of us are on stage. And just get on board, really. Do you know what I mean? Like, you come out, you paid your money. I'm so excited to be here. I'm like amazed that anyone would come. I've never done a talk show before. I'm amazed that anyone would come out. Like, you know, when you've got butter pies around the corner. Like, that is the best thing in the world, by the way. I am next from down the road, and he introduced me to butter pie. Now, it's confidently say it's the only good thing about him. Honestly, so like the idea that like, oh yeah, just put mashed potato in a pie. Then yes, please. It's like it's invented for periods. It's so perfect. Yeah, so all you have to do is just, laugh. Because sometimes when you're in a theatre, people can be a bit like, we're quite proper. And they forget to laugh because they're so busy having money. But I mean, we've got some rough people in, haven't we? I like it. Do you know what it's all like? They're all on this side as well. Do you know what this is like? This is like downstairs at the Titanic. They're all having fun and spinning around, and you guys are having sort of torrid affairs by raising your eyebrow on the inside. So yeah, just sit back, relax, we'll have a really good show. So like I said, the second half, make sure you have your wheeze, you get your drinks, because it's going to be an hour. It's a very personal show. There's some I'll give you a warning about some of the stuff that's coming up in it. Like I said, there's some suicide in it. I'll be talking about like quite a lot of abuse that I get on the internet. We'll be talking about that stuff. I'll be talking about my tits loads. That's one of my favourite subjects. And paedophiles, good. There we go. So yeah, you seem lovely. We're gonna have a really good night. So the thing I want you to do is just make sure that my support act gets a lovely welcome. His name is Josh Jones. Remember it because he's going to be hugely famous. I promise you that. Please put your hands together and welcome to stage Josh Jones.
I did tour sport for Kiri last year. I loved it. It was very different from my normal gigs because I'm from Manchester, so normally gigs are in the northwest of England, but in working men's clubs on Friday and Saturday nights for big burly boys on the stag do. And they all start shouting out straight away and they try to put me down, so we have to let them know at the beginning. I'm like, boys, listen. I might evidently be gay as fuck with a personality that's brighter than the sun itself. But I'm not a pushover. Start running your mouth and I will shove my cock in it. So that's how I pay me rent. A lot of comedians comedians from Manchester come on stage and talk about how great the place is. I'm not going to do that because it's a shitter. There's a place there called Piccadilly Gardens, and it's like walking through Gotham. And once this guy jumped out at me from behind a wall and he was like, "I'm Batman," but I knew he wasn't Batman because he was covered in piss. But my mum's a very proud Manchester mum, you know, and she was having a go at me. She was really shouting at me. She was like, "Josh, you think you're better, but you need to remember where you're from. You're from here. Don't go around thinking you're better than me, Josh. Remember you're from here, you come from here, you're from here." I was like, "Mum, stop showing me your fanny." Hey! I'm so glad that joke worked. I thought it today when my mum was showing me her fanny. I might have been at home, it was on Skype. She's a real bitch. But my mum's got like really bad anxiety and she hates that I do this because I travel all over on my own, and she's always phoning me before gigs, and she phoned me recently when I was in a magical place called Peterborough, and she was like, "Oh, where are you tonight?" I said, "I'm in Peterborough." She went, "Where's that?" I said, "It's in the East Mids." She went, "Oh no, Josh, get home. They're gonna hate you there. You're putting yourself in danger. Get home, get home." Fucking idiot thought I was doing gigs in the Middle East. She is thick as shit. And I try not to judge, because I used to be really insecure about my intelligence. I thought that I wasn't clever enough until I started doing stand-up comedy. And then I realised I'm actually really smart. And I realised that because stand-up has given me the opportunity to meet a lot of the general public. You're so clever. I told that joke in Hull. Oh, not a clue. But honestly, this job has made me realise how stupid some people can be. A girl came up to me after a gig and she goes, "Can I just say, babe, your gay voice is really good, really believable." I was like, wow, she thinks this is a choice. Like somebody would choose to sound like Liam Gallagher on Helium. You know? But she genuinely thought I was a straight guy playing a gay character. And when someone's that stupid, you don't want to waste your own time trying to explain stuff to them, because it could take hours. And I wanted the conversation to end as quickly as possible. So instead of doing what I should have done and been like, "Oh no, I'm real," to get rid of her, I just went, "Oh cheers, nice one, thank you, yeah. I've been practicing, yeah. And now, I'm like devastated that I am gay. I think it'd be so much more funny if I was a straight guy playing a gay character. Just imagine a little straight guy practicing in front of his mirror at home like, "I'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, hello!" Sadly, I am a real Bombay. I didn't come out of the closet though until I was 20, and even then I was really confused because they had a sex dream involving a woman. What? That's crazy. I know. In the dream, I was there like proper going for it, like proper giving it my arm, and she was there like, "Oh, get off my husband." So that's when I knew. Don't worry though, I'm not just going to speak about being gay from a whole set. I've got loads of stuff going for me. I'm gay, I'm dyslexic, and I'm left-handed. Which is the Catholic teacher's worst nightmare. But I love this job, get to go all over. No matter where I'm performing though, we always got like an older straight guy in the audience looking at me like, "What the fuck is this?" No, not even eye contact. So I thought, I get a lot of blokes looking like, "Oh," so I thought, right, I need to come up with some jokes for everyone, a little bit of something for everybody. So I'm going to do that tonight. I'm going to start with a little bit about sport, you know, get you lads on board. And then I'm going to discreetly start to push my gay agenda on you all. And then by the end of the night, I'm going to eat your arsehole with a spoon somewhere. See, I love that joke. It really divides the room. You can tell that, like, on New Year's Eve, they're all fucking rolling about laughing, like, "Oh, we're never threatened by him, he's a gay guy. Come to a nice little theatre like this," and some of you are like, "Oh shit, he actually might do it." And I love that bit. How old are you?
23.
23. Oh, that's fine. That's good. That's fine. You're just because you look younger. Not that's why I wanted to do it. Right. Anyway, so I am going to do some sports jokes. I used to do boxing for years, and I loved it. I loved it so much, and not just because of the skipping, but you know, the punching things. But one sport I never played was football. Because sorry, boys, I think football is the gayest thing I've ever seen. I think goalkeepers are the gayest people ever, and I don't think we've got any goalies in here tonight. And if we do, I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but you're gay. They're the only guy in the team that needs their own special little outfit. Have you noticed? Like, oh, everyone else on the team's gonna wear red, I'm gonna wear fluorescent yellow. Look it. So that was all the sports jokes I could bring down. And they're not even good, but it took me ages. Anyway, so just going to move on to the gay agenda bit now, and then my late night snack. I don't want to be one of those gay people that's all they talk about. You know, millennials, like, oh, do you find one thing different about ourselves, and we fucking go on and on and on and on about it. So I became a vegetarian. I was a vegetarian for 3 years. So for 3 years, I did not eat animals. But then I was bitten by a dog, and I thought, you know what? They're not even grateful. So I am eating meat again. I don't eat beef or pork though, just dog. They're the ones I've got a problem with. So yeah, started doing comedy in like proper, I do like proper rough gigs. Like I did a private function for 300 farmers in the back of a barn the other week. I don't give a fuck if there's money, I'll be there. And like, I do like proper rough gigs. I did a gig in the valleys in a church in Wales. I walked on, I just went, hello, and this old guy in the front row just picked his chair up and turned it around. And my first thought was, wow, this guy's really homophobic. And then my second thought was, no, Josh, give him a bit of credit. Maybe he's not homophobic. Maybe he's just never met a gay man before. And he thinks the correct etiquette is that he has to present himself to me. So they have a Tuesday, I can penetrate his anus. He just thinks that's how we shake hands. And that's what happened. So, but then I started gigging to do, but now I started gigging in London a lot. I'm like, bloody hell, I can't just tell my dick jokes there because they like reading shit. And I see a lot of London comedians talking about politics, so I was like, okay. So for me, the best thing about being able to deep throat is the fact that I know I'm never going to die alone, right? That's not a very good joke. If you want to know the truth, I've been doing stand-up for a couple of years and I've tried to write about 5 different deep-throating jokes. None of them ever work. Most comedians would give up, but not me. See, I don't know why. I need everyone to know that I can do it because I can't. Like, I probably can't. Like, listen, everyone was laughing before, we was all having a lovely time. As soon as I mentioned deep throating, most of you are laughing now. I don't care if you're not laughing as long as you know that I can do it, because I fucking can. And I mean, like, all the way down. I could probably do this if I was in the middle of the day. I don't know why, I need everyone to know. I make my boyfriend tell people, I'm like, tell them what I do to you. It's like, Josh, my parents don't need to know. Bringing my niece's christening. A lot of audience members don't like it when comedians talk about sex. I am going to do it a little bit longer, but this next bit is not even a joke, it's just really good advice. If you don't like it when a man comes in your mouth, you don't like the taste of it, tell him that it turns you on if he comes like somewhere else, and he'll start doing it there instead and stop doing it in your mouth because he thinks he's doing you a favour. I do it all the time with my boyfriend. Every time my boyfriend's about to come, I'm like, oh, you're about to come, baby? It'll really turn me on if you come in this tissue and flush it down the toilet. Now wash your hands, you filthy bastard. My mum saw me do stand-up for the first time recently, and she saw me tell that joke, and I could see her face in the audience. She was fuming. She was so pissed off that I was giving away family secrets. So yeah, I found my boyfriend friend very attractive, like he's really thin and dweeby, I'd say malnourished, and I love that. Oh, I love it. I love it because, not that I ever would, but I know if I had to, fucking knock him out right. I never would, but if I had to, you know. Because you get a lot of gay men and you get a lot of women who are like, I just want to find a big strong man that makes me feel safe. I just want to get with a big strong guy that makes me feel safe. Now I feel safe. I feel safe knowing that if he kicks off, I'll fucking have him. I never feel more safe than when we're in bed together, cuddling, and I've got my arms wrapped around his small, fragile little body, and I think to myself, in one tight squeeze, I could kill this guy. That's when I feel safe. But the most annoying thing about being in a gay relationship is people always say who's the man and who's the woman, and I hate that question. Just because I'm more feminine don't mean I'm any less of a man, and it's sexist. It's implying that women have to behave one way and men have to behave another way. And the most annoying thing about being asked who's the man and who's the woman is, I know what they're really asking, and I'm definitely the woman. And I hate that. And I hate it. And I know that I'm the woman because I'm not allowed to touch his PlayStation in case they accidentally delete his game. And he's not allowed to touch the Hoover in case he accidentally helps me out. Oh, tragic! Tragedy! But we do live together, that's why I hate him. And we're renting at the moment, but we're saving up for the mortgage. And when I say we're saving up for the mortgage, I mean he puts money away each month and I let him. But at the moment, we are renting. And the landlord only gave us one fob, like a fob to get into the main door of the building. And I was complaining to my friends about having to share this fob. And one friend was looking at me like I'm a terrible person, because she's from Australia. I didn't know that fob over there means something completely different. And it's short for fresh off the boat, and it's a really racist and horrible word. And that's what she thought I meant for like a full minute. So for a full 60 seconds, she thought that me and my boyfriend were sharing a pet immigrant. And not only that, she thought I was genuinely complaining that I didn't have one all to myself. And obviously what I was saying was completely innocent, but in her head it must have sounded horrible, because I was saying stuff like, oh, I couldn't be bothered going downstairs to let my boyfriend in, so I just threw the fob out the window. She was like, Josh, you racist piece of shit. Eventually we figured out it was a big misunderstanding. Oh, how we laughed. But the next day I woke up and I thought, hang on, I've known her for a couple of years, and it took her a full 60 seconds to be like, no. Josh isn't the sort of person to throw an immigrant out of the window. Now, I realise I've said immigrant fucking way too much. And that can make people feel nervous, you know, because let's be honest, normally when you see a working class northern white man say immigrant into a microphone over and over again, it's a bit dodgy. And it's never on stage, it's outside Lidl. But I love those crazy people who shout their opinions in the street. My favourite thing is to watch clips of the Westro Baptist Church. Do we know them? I fucking love it. I do. I love them. They make signs and everything. One of the signs say, fags, eat poo. Where are they getting their information from? I'm genuinely concerned it's my laptop. Right? But I love watching documentaries about religious extremists. There's a group of religious extremists in America who spend all their own money travelling the States, going to all the different pride events, like spending thousands, and every time they go to a pride event, they buy a new pride flag to set it on fire. But what they don't know is every time you buy a pride flag, like 15 or 30% of the money goes to LGBTQ plus charities. So actually, financially, they're some of our strongest allies. I bet they can put more trans kids through school than any of you homophobic folks. So, maybe we're good people. So, spoke a lot about being gay. I still love women though. I love women. I do. Lovely women. Loads of women in here. I love it. I love it. I get really envious of women for one main reason, and that's because ladies, you can all have multiple orgasms. No, you can't. You can't. You're like, what? Yeah, there's a lot of girls and they're like, what the fuck? And the partners are like, shut that faggot up. No, listen. You can. Multiple. Like loads and loads and loads. Girls, how do you get anything? What are you saying?
On your own, you can.
On your own, you can. Your own crap. No. So is he not giving you enough?
No, it's not very much.
Oh, no. I feel like I shouldn't have delved into this. It's fine. Did anyone else hear words? Am I having a stroke? What did you say? A sentence?
Just a friend.
Just a friend.
I have answers to give you gum.
Oh, and Sunmas. Oh, talking about dildos and shit. Fine with it. Alright, I can help out your electricity bills. And what?
And these two.
And
Hands.
oh, your hands. Both of them. Fucking hell.
You need three.
Do I need it? Listen, let's move on. Very confused. I fucking love crowd work. Love interacting with people. Let's just drop the lesbian bit. Yeah, I'll move on. So yeah, what I was talking about? I spoke a lot about being gay. Listen, I'm talking about LGBTQ plus rights. I don't know if you're with me on this. I think gay camp men, we've been given too much freedom in this country. We need reigning in. Like a gay camp guy can say something to his female colleague at work and she'll be like, oh, he's just so funny and sassy. He's just so funny and sassy. No, Susan, he's just called you a fat bitch. He's a fucking dickhead, Susan. People just assume because you like fun and gay that you're a nice person. I'm a piece of shit. I use my gayness to get what I want in life. I was having tea with my family who was all having spaghetti, and I noticed that there was only one piece of garlic bread left. I'm like, I'm going to use my gayness to get this garlic bread. So I let out like a big oh. And my dad was like, Josh, what's wrong? And I was like, well, earlier today somebody called me a faggot on Twitter and it really hurt my feelings and just made me feel really bad. And he was like, don't listen to him, Josh, you're not a faggot, you're a great person, it's just words. Don't let words get you down. I'm like, yeah, I know, but sometimes words just really do get me down. Does anybody want that last piece of garlic bread? I'm like, no, Josh, you have it, you hero. I'm going to tell you a story. I recently did like an interview for the BBC. It's like a BBC podcast, and I thought it would just be in a little room, but it was in like the big Radio 1 room, and I didn't know it would be in there, so I got dead flustered and started chatting like pure shit. And I meant to say that the night before I tried caviar for the first time, but because I was so flustered, I said that I had carrot for the first time. And they obviously questioned me on it, and because I just lied on the BBC, just to get rid of it, I carried on lying. I was like, no, I've never had carrot. And listening back to it, it sounds like I'm trying to make out I'm so northern and working class that we couldn't even afford carrot. Because I'm just so fucking decadent. So, I'm gonna play you the recording, and we can all have a little listen together. Okay.
Gosh, it's Josh! Hello, how are you? I'm very good, are you? So you've come a long, long way to see us. First of all, thank you very much. It's alright. Yeah, I've got a full day of London planned. I went to like a weird party in London yesterday with canapes. I've never done the canapes before. Not cabbage, carrot.
So we didn't even get it wrong once. I got it wrong twice and tried to save myself with carrot. It gets so much worse.
I've never had a carrot before. You've never had a carrot? Had it in something? Yeah. What have you had it in?
I don't know if you could hear that. She said, what have you had it in? I panicked and said, pie. You know all those famous carrot pies we were eating? Oh, carrot pies. Can't get enough of them. So fucking delicious.
Like, it was just little pieces of carrot. What were those fish eggs?
So I got there eventually. Are you not eating wouldn't do that. I'm fucking fuming. So that's the worst thing that's happened to me in this job. It's still the best job I've ever had. I used to work for Uber Eats. Do you know Uber Eats?
Yeah.
I used to be one of those people cycling around Manchester delivering food.
Yeah.
And when you work for Uber Eats, you have to follow a map on your phone. And the map took me onto a place called the Mancunian Way. If you don't know, the Mancunian Way is a dual carriageway. It's basically a mini motorway on top of a massive bridge with no pavement and no escape. So I'm just cycling on there. And all these cars got really angry. Everyone just started beeping at me like everyone was beeping. So I did what anybody would do in that situation, and I just started crying. Then I couldn't see because of like the wind and the tears. And I finally got after the Mancunian Way after what felt like 7 years. But because I was like just so flustered, I'd just been so close to death. I ate the pizza I was supposed to be eating. And then I just deleted the Uber Eats app. And that's how I became a full-time stand-up comedian. These have been really fun. Before I go, I'm going to tell you a joke that I do in these working men's clubs, and then you'll realise why I don't always get rebooked. So the joke is black guys have swag, gay guys have sass, and straight white guys have to brace yourself because the world is changing and you're fucking going down. Do you know when you do stand-up now? One thing that people say when you do stand-up is, oh, it's very brave doing stand-up, it's very brave. I thought, it's not fucking brave. And then I told that last joke in a place called Wigan. Right, we're going to have a break now and then come back for Kiri's show. Thank you so much for